Okay, so I have another simple trick to share. This one's got to do with the resonators, and it's basically just taking a saw wave or any shape and turning it into something a bit more interesting. In this case, I'm using this sound as a lead, so I've got a quick demo. And there is one macro, and all that's doing is blending in a resonator that is at a very low pitch, basically the lowest you can go. Yes, the resonator does actually go lower than the delay, so I find myself reaching for the resonator almost as often. Without the resonators, the sound is pretty boring. It's just a saw wave with a little bit of attack and decay. This sound is all about resonators and building new harmonics with it. So I have a series of resonators here, and I set them all by ear. There was really no reason for using these values other than they gave me the sound I was going for. One of them has an envelope on it, and it's moving the pitch around. All of them are being key tracked, so we'll say I'll just turn off everything except for the first resonator. So this one is changing the sound a lot. If I turn off the envelope, there's a lot less movement. So this first resonator is doing a lot on its own to build the sound. Everything else is just adding new harmonics to the sound. So if I turn on the next 3 resonators, we get this. This particular resonator is a bit obvious. I could probably turn down the decay a little bit in the mix, because it is a little bit on the nose, I guess. And I have a reverb just below 50% and the decay all the way down to give it a more metallic sound. And this last resonator is linked to the macro I showed you earlier to wash out the sound, good for transitions. So the second lane has multipass, and it's got the OTT style compression on it, as well as some dispersion, upward, downward compression all the way up, in gain and out gain all the way up. But the mix is at 4%, so the effect is very subtle. And then a simple mixing EQ low shelf, and that's the sound. The main purpose of this video is just to show off making leads with resonators, because I know leads are kind of hard for people and there's not as many tutorials on leads, so I just thought I'd throw one of my ideas out there and maybe you can run with it.